What is up, guys? I am the one and only Eagle Double T, and in this video, I'm going to be reviewing the Jack-O-Chica Five Nights at Freddy's figure by Funko. So without further ado, let's begin. Now, taking a look at the packaging, it's the same as the previous figures, except only at GameStop. So it's a GameStop exclusive. So, yep. On the back, there is Nightmare Freddy, Nightmare Bonnie, Nightmare Chica, Nightmare Foxy, Funtime Foxy, and each of those come with a piece to build your own Night Marionette. So that's awesome. And expect more reviews of these figures in the future. I'm going to hopefully be reviewing all of them, so go ahead and subscribe if you haven't so you never miss that. Now, moving on to the accessory, looks very well. Just cheap little plastic thing. It feels pretty solid. I mean, they painted the eyes well. It's a nice little thing. Great to have. Now, the figure itself is nice and detailed. I think everything was painted very well, like the teeth. There's no runniness or anything. It looks great. All the withered parts, all the parts have been torn away, such as like the foot with the endoskeleton piece sticking out right there. The hand looks great with just all the detail in it. And the ends of the fingers are plastic. They are painted to look like metal. They're metallic and they're nice and sharp. The bib is nice and torn up. Everything about this figure is very nicely detailed. Now, one of the things that I consider a feature that some people might not is the fact that the joints pop off. Now, why is this good? Well, say your figure falls off a shelf or you drop it. All that'll happen is that its arm or leg or whatever could pop off, and that's it. Now, if it was a solid joint, it could potentially break, but since it just can snap off like that, no harm will be done to it, and you can just snap it right back into place. Now, however, compared to last time, these are much improved. They don't just pop off whenever you just like move the arm up. They don't just pop like right off like they did on the last figures. It's much more solid, but if you drop this, it should still be safe. So it's very nice, and I'd say in that category, it is very much improved compared to the last figures. Now, by far, the biggest downside of this figure is the articulation. It's very limited, and even worse compared to the previous wave of Five Nights at Freddy's figures, Bonnie, Chica, Foxy, etc. Now, the head doesn't move up and down at all. It moves side to side. You know, it can even go all the way around. The arm can go forward and back a little bit. And one thing I like about it is that it's not just going to snap off like it did before, for the most part. It can go up a little bit, not a whole lot, but it's okay, I mean, I guess. Now, my biggest problem with the articulation is the armband is very limited. Just not that good. And then the hand can go all the way around. That's it. Now, the waist articulation is very limited. All it does is go all the way around. There's a pretty big gap there, and I really would have liked to see them take advantage of that and make it have like an ab crunch, side to side, stuff like that. Now, the leg can go forward and back a little bit, not that much at all. And it still has a very nice knee bend, like most of the other Five Nights at Freddy's figures. And the feet still don't have any articulation, which I would have really liked to see in these figures. So, the articulation is still very limited, and that really disappoints me. Now, in short, this figure is very detailed, comes with a cute little accessory, and the joints are much more solid, and they're not just going to pop right off like the other ones. Now, the downside is the articulation. That's really my only thing that I don't like about this figure. But overall, if you're a Five Nights at Freddy's fan, I would definitely recommend picking this up. Subscribe if you haven't, like this video if you enjoyed it, and don't forget to comment what you think of this figure. I am the one and only Eagle Double T signing off. Goodbye.